Hi Geminis, how are you, my lovely souls? So here we are with your reading month to month for 2021. I know we're pretty much midway of January, but hopefully it hasn't started out too bad. Some light has been shown upon what the year may look like. I was taking a peek throughout as I was laying them down, and I saw there is a lot of work that may have to be done, but at the end of the day, at the end of the year, I feel like a lot of great things will be coming and shining through. So let's go on with January. This video is going to be a little bit long, so bear with me. You guys have the moon, soul. This represents pretty much like Cancer, water signs, your emotions. Oh, your emotions have you feeling pretty much what? A little bit disconnected and bored. And this is how you start off the year. But for some reason, I don't know if it's already happened or will be happening. Were there any little surprises that happened? Anything that just popped up? Maybe it could have been good, it could have been bad, or maybe it's just something that you wasn't, maybe it was something that was new and you was just like, you know what, I don't know if I really want to do this. But at the end of the day, I feel like you guys are coming out of this, boredom that you guys have been feeling with just even your life. So the moon represents just pretty much digging down deep, soul, how you nurture yourself, how you give back to yourself throughout everything that has, you guys have gone through even in 2020. And let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on moving forward. So a lot of nurturing, but I feel like something could have either popped up maybe towards the end of even last year, and that has led you guys to be like, you know what, this has pushed me, motivate me to maybe take care of some things that I have to. For February, you guys have your own energy, Gemini, I think. So things in your mind, what have you been thinking about? What will be thinking about? And then you have awareness, number one. What's going on here? Interesting. So that's like the Magician upside down. So it's like the tools that you have, you're not really utilizing them the way you need to. Maybe you need to think further than what more outside the box. Maybe you guys need to have conversations, put it out there, make it happen. You're not aware of the things that you are, you have. It's like in your reach. Inspired action. See, it's almost like tapping in. What do you have to tap in? So here, in January, you're pretty much looking into your soul. What is your soul speaking to you? What is it telling you? What is it inspiring you to do now in February? Be aware. Be aware of those things that the universe might be pushing you to do, and you just might be ignoring it because it might not be something that you really want. Think about it. Think about it hard. That's interesting. It's actually for you. Let's see what's going on for March. And it's nice because towards the end of February, we have Pisces that also, it's all about creativity and stuff. So, around that time, you might want to exercise. Most likely the new moon in Pisces around that time. So be aware of that also. For March, you guys have Venus, love. This pretty much goes to the 7th house of your chart. So if you want to look in there and see what's going on. Also some of the energy of Libra, balance, nurturing, partnerships. And fertility, which is pretty much like the same as the Empress card in the reverse. So have you been nurturing yourself? Have you been like pretty much giving yourself that, hey, like it's going to be okay no matter what I go through feeling? Or have you been pretty much harsh with yourself? The fact that Venus is also here is pretty much letting me know like you guys are not trusting, not only just the love that you have to give yourself, but maybe there's people out there just, trying to show you love, trying to give you love, and you might be a little bit resistant to it. And it's all about what? Perspective. So there you go. Don't have your guards up too much, because you just never know, it doesn't matter who it's coming from. Maybe the universe is just sending you people. It could be coworkers, it could be family members, it could be friends, it could be partners that, they're just here to show you, to fertilize you in the sense of nurture you and be like, hey, you're trying to plant this seed. Let me actually, do this for you. For some of you guys, maybe, you just need to find ways to also, for very, very few of you guys, and I don't want to take it in this directions, but, when it comes to the fertility, maybe this is not the moment to do it. Find a different perspective, a different route to go with it. And maybe even the self-love. What are you doing? Are you being healthy about the situation if you're really trying to get pregnant? Things like that. So find different options. Think about it in different ways. So, and if you guys need more insight on that one, you guys could definitely hit me up, because that's not for everybody. Then we have April, the sixth house. Sixth house. I can't even, no, sorry, the ninth house. What did I say, even six? I don't even know. Maybe I was looking at the 33, 6. But anyhow, it becomes faith. So then we have, which is pretty much what, Sagittarius energy, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. You know, they're all about being adventurous, being optimistic, super optimistic. So it's pretty much, you know, be optimistic, have faith, trust what's going on. And recognition and reward in the reverse. It's like the Three of Wands, which is fiery energy too here. What is it that you feel that wasn't given to you, but you feel like, hey, this is owed to me? I don't know, but no matter what, even if you don't see that things are coming your way from the decisions that you have made, just have faith. Hold on. Maybe it's not the time yet for you to receive those things. And guess what? Life surfing. Maybe the things that you want, again, might not be the time for you to get it, to receive it, because those things, that person, that situation, that let's say that house, whatever the case may be, it's time for you to look around more, surf around, look around. You know, you're looking shopping for a car, maybe it's time for you to look around. Do not stick to just one thing. Try it out, test run, whatever the case may be, because just it's not your time. So don't lose the faith, because eventually you will be recognized and you will be rewarded. Just have some patience. Did I say patience to a Gemini? Oh my goodness. Look who's talking, right? So then we have, what is this? May, right? Yes. For May, Cancer, I feel. So you have more Cancer kind of energy after pretty much the 5th month of the year. So again, nurture, finding, you know, why is it that you're feeling the way you're feeling? Things that are triggering you. And it's probably because things at home, your stability, your foundation, all those things are like upside down right now. And your achievements feel like they're not coming in. Why? Why you feel like, oh, and look at this, respond versus react. Doesn't this symbolize, you guys? Here goes the Gemini twins pretty much looking at each other, and one is responding, one is reacting. One is responding, one is reacting. And then where are you getting? Nowhere. So pay attention to how you're feeling. This is something that I feel like you yourself have to pay attention to, how you do this with yourself, and then how it also, you know, gets applied to other people in other situations. Being defensive, not understanding, you know, taking the time to more like reflect and think about the actions versus just trying to, you know, respond and react. So yeah, pay attention to those things. I think this more has to do with the foundation of yourself, your own temple, your own mind, your own body. And then because those things are not intact, it's a little wobble, you know, it oozes out into your life in the physical world. So pretty much for that month, keep in check. Then we have June, you know, which is, even though Gemini does start at the end of May, so that's another thing. Pay attention to that energy, communication with yourself and others, right? Here we start off June with what? Pisces, I believe. A mutual sign as yourself. I'm a Pisces, so I definitely understand a lot of the things you guys go through. That yin and yang situation, I get it, really. I do. And pretty much it's just letting you know, like, even though you've gone through this over here, by the time you get towards the end, the middle of the year, you have to just understand a lot of this stuff, the suffering in silence. You got to make sure you're coming out of this, which is good. So after you've been here for a while, just like trying to get away from it all, you know, taking time, you might have like little vacations here, trying to go other places because you're just trying to get away from it. You try to go out of your way to isolate yourself because you just couldn't take it anymore. But just understand that a lot of the stuff that has happened, it's a reason why. Sometimes we know, sometimes we may not know. The more you work on yourself, you may be able to understand why. But just understand, just believe that you will pull through, that you are pulling through, because it seems like you're coming out of this state, which is awesome. And the reason being is why? Because your heart and mind is in union, will be in union. Work on it being in union. So being that you're already getting the sneak peek, and you know this is happening pretty much middle of the year, Why don't you kind of start it off a little bit towards the beginning? Let's start working on this. So that's pretty much there's a nice way. What's next? Then we have July. 11th house, friends. So the house of Aquarius. Believe ruled by the Saturn also. And this is pretty much, like looking around your partnerships with your friendships with people. Again, whether it's the friendships that you have, friendships could be with anything, even your own partners, your friends, your co-workers, your family. It's time to evaluate that. Check the planets that you have there, if anything, and see what's going on in those houses. And then emotional loss. I feel like, again, this is like the 5 of Cups, watery energy. When the person is looking at the 2 cups, I believe 3 cups that have spilled, and you're looking at the spillage of what has happened, the oh my goodness, why, and this is a disaster. But yet you're so focused on what you have lost that you have not even paying attention to the cups that are behind you, that you still have 2 filled up beautifully to pay attention to be happy about. And guess what? Say affirmations. So here you go. You have to state things as you are, as you have it already, in that type of tense. You have to believe. So no matter what has happened, even if you lose some things here and there, if you lose, it's time to evaluate some friendships. Maybe you lost some friends in the process of all of this stuff, or you will be losing some friends because of this. But at the end of the day, it's okay. Sometimes, when you lose some things, you sacrifice some things, some relationships, some friendships, you gain other things back. So just still be grateful and say the affirmations, say the things that you already want and have. Even with those relationships that you have with people, I feel like it's time to say, hey, you know what? This so-and-so is my friend. I appreciate our relationship. Yes, we've had our differences in the past, but we have learned to grow. We have learned to love each other. We have learned to respect our differences. And those differences are also things that ties us together. And I am thankful for this relationship. Even if those things are not happening yet, you have to speak it like it is, because like that, those are ways to kind of mend those type of relationships also. Then we have August. August, we have Chiron. And then it's saying healing. So more healing. So maybe because of this emotional loss, the stuff that you're going to be experiencing probably, like in July, or things that, realizations that you may be having, it's time to heal from those. And you see, until you do this, hope will not, your hope will be always upside down in the reverse. Hope is also a fellow air sign, which is Aquarius in the tarot cards. It's the star. So wishes not coming true because what? You're still in a crisis over the stuff that has happened. Sometimes, again, these crises, these things, these turmoils of stuff has to happen. The hurricane has to happen, has to move things around in order for you to have that shift, to have that moment to say, hey, you know what? Okay, if I don't do this now, the universe is just going to let me know and give it to me, how it is in which way, so I could cleanse myself and get rid of this. So, it's just letting you know it's time to heal, no matter what has happened. No matter what has happened throughout this year, no matter what's happened in the past. But sometimes things get shaken up. Some emotional loss here of things, of people, of attachments have to get, cut in order for you to be able to move on and flourish. And then we have, what is this, September. Uranus, genius. I feel like that kind of rhymes, right? Let's see what's going on here. Firm foundation. So I actually do like this one a lot. This is pretty much what the 4 of Wands, I believe. And I mean, I love the structure. It's pretty much just letting me know, hey, maybe even when it comes to relationships, even you, how you feel strong within yourself, you feel like your foundation. You're finding the ways to be, smart about getting the foundation that you need. Not even for yourself. Let's say you need to work on your health. I feel like this is like also, it represents somebody who has taken the time to, get built, get healthy, do what they got to do, build the strength, because guess what? They do see this mountain in the front. They got to face this no matter what's happening, right? And what else do we have? Enjoy the journey. So no matter what's happening, no matter what you're going through, at times we still have to enjoy for what it is. Let me see. So yeah, sorry, I know it's kind of like blurry. But yeah, I kind of like, this is what for, so I said September, who knows, maybe there might be ways, maybe some of you guys may find a way to get away. Maybe you guys are also in a relationship or with someone, and you guys might get away and find a genius way to get away together, enjoy your moment together too. So I see a few little storylines here. Of course, this is very general for everybody. If you need something more specific, you guys can let me know. Hit me up. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of good things happening in September at least, so that's pretty cool. October. October, we have the 10th house, and it's pretty much the world. And as in the tarot cards, I guess I'm just gonna say it's like the world, and that's pretty awesome. The 10th house represents that Capricorn feeling, which we are in right now. Even though I know this has to do later on in the year, but it's just nice. It's nice to say, hey, maybe this stuff that you ruled by Saturn, you have to say, hey, I have to be authoritative about what I have to do in my life. Make sure you check the planets and maybe what sign might be placements you have within your 10th house too. Oh, spiritual strength and mayhem. So I feel like in order to get away from the chaos, the mayhem, things being manifested, sometimes things needs to be stirred up. You have to maybe go a little bit more of the spiritual route. Find that strength. Let me see, this is the so yeah, so pretty much you're almost there, and the fact that it's not even the reverse is almost like completion to number 10. Find a way to ground yourself. Find a way to be in tune with yourself. If you're religious, be more be more in tune with that. If you believe in God, if you believe in just stuff with the universe, take the time to find ways to thank it. Whether you have to even plant something, have a plant in your house, feed it, nurture it, anything to symbolize like, hey, you know what, this is something that I'm finding for myself in order to, be thankful, find ways to utilize the resources that the universe have given me in order to utilize it too. Just something to pretty much believe in so that I get grounded. So, and it brings you to a part of grounding whenever you need it to just be stable, especially because I feel like you guys be so caught up in your mind that it's time, in order for you to have the world, you have to be able to just be like, hey, be more spiritual, in tune with the world, okay? And then you will get past the mayhem in order to have those things manifested. So that's not really too much of a bad card, right? A bad stack of cards, should I say. Then we have November. We have the 3rd house, messages. So again, your house, the Gemini house, Mercury, make sure you check your placements there if you do have your natal chart at hand. What kind of messages? Why? Because those messages, the way the universe is going to be talking to you is pretty much like number 13 in tarot cards is what? The death card, transformation, things that you're putting to an end, things that you have in your mind that you're putting to an end, messages that may be coming to you that you need to put to an end. See, daily habits. What do you do? Take a rest from some of the BS that you yourselves put yourself through, is what I say here. Put an ending to it. Put an ending to it. It's loud and clear. The universe is giving you messages. You need to put those messages out to those things that no longer serve you. So be wary of your daily habits. And for every bad one that you feel like you may have, or negative one, take one out, put a good one in, replace it with something else. Okay? So, and for December is the 12th house, the 12th month. This is pretty cool. The 12th house, is ruled also by Pisces. And here, check your placements there. Escape. It's the place that we like to escape. Why? Oh, I left the card behind. Solitude. Oh my God. So the Hermit, which is like, Virgo energy. Taking time out to reassess what happened here. Study what happened here. And what happens once you do all of that. Once you pretty much escape from being, so driven to be inside of your mind about these things, working on things get what? Manifested. So I love the fact, again, I feel like there's going to be a lot of little ups and downs and roller coasters. Again, you're a Gemini sign. It's not, it's about having that duality of that struggle of one, like having like pretty much a little devil on one side, the angel on the other side, like all those things. You have to work through those things, because those are things that eventually, if you work through your mind, you'll be able, through meditation, through eating a little bit better, you'll be able to just grab a hold of those things. and control it better, you know. So again, the 12th house, escape from, you know, taking that time out, isolating yourself. You already took the time throughout the whole year to probably, you know, the perspective over here. So many things that you had to go through, the journey, the, you know, saying affirmation, the crisis, all those things. And at the end, you're left with this beautiful manifestation being granted. And as far as your love life, because I know everybody wants to do the love life. Okay, so a card fell and I don't feel like picking it up right now. So I know the other one, what it said already. It said, this one says forgiving and learning. So in many cases, whether you're single or in a relationship or even throughout the year, however it goes, just learn that there's things that you may have to forgive and forget. If you are with someone, there are things that you may have to just let go. I know it's hard. I have a lot of Gemini friends, and I know a lot of my Geminis could be a little petty and hold on to grudges, but at the end of the day, learn to forgive and forget. It's not good for you guys. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for whoever comes next, if you guys are single, and so forth. And then the one that fell, I know, said stay optimistic about love. So again, once you let go of a lot of the BS, whether you're single or not, be optimistic. Surrender to your intuition. Your intuition is key always. You're an air sign. One of the things that keep you from tapping into that beautiful sixth sense that everybody was granted is the fact that you guys be all up in your head so much. So please, the more you let go to trust, the first feeling that you get, that is your instinct telling you from don't question it. And at least like 9 out of 10 times you'll be okay. So learn how to surrender to it. And then your wisdom card is imagination, right? And it says, I embrace and nourish this creative aspect of my mind. Your mind is your imagination is key. It's so beautiful. It's creative. A lot of you guys are writers sometimes just because of the way your thoughts are, but you block it sometimes. Maybe having doubts, maybe not believing. And this one says, I am the architect of my life. This is your affirmation of the year. So with that being said, much love, much peace, much abundance, much blessings. I love you guys. And again, you got a sneak peek. Start working on this now. Bye.